beginnings.
It's hard to imagine while you're standing in it, but there was a time before Britain, before Europe, before the world, even before the universe. Nobody can say when it was, because it was also before clocks and words. It was a time when nothing existed, empty, without motion or energy or light or hope, just like Plymouth today. Just imagine something like this orange, and then imagine it's not there. Then do that one by one with everything that exists until there's nothing at all.
That might take a while.
That's what Britain was like until the Big Bang.
You know what she just reminded me of? I've heard a bunch of times when, you know, people interact with somebody. When people interact with somebody that's either blind or deaf or just has something that's different, there's so many questions, right? But some people are just don't really think about the questions they're asking. And one very, very common thing I've seen is when people have the chance to ask a blind person what it's like to be blind. Like, the common question is like, what do you see? Is it just blackness, or, you know, do you see nothingness? How does that work? And I've found that some people answer, and I think it's a really cool answer. It's like, okay, imagine this. What do you see out of your elbow? Nothing. There's nothing there. Like, I've seen that. This is a particular case of a person that didn't even have eyes. I don't know what happened, but there was nothing to use. So I thought that was very interesting. Like, okay, that really explains it. And I kind of feel like that's what she just did.
It's like until the Big Bang. The Big Bang created the universe in one mad explosion that was probably deafening, although luckily ears didn't exist yet. Computers think it looked like this, although eyes also didn't exist back then either, so we can't be sure. And it was so long ago now, it's probably best not to keep dredging it up. Britain was already part of Earth, but it was scrunched in along with loads of other countries in a gigantic landmass called Pangaea. At this time, Pangaea was full of dinosaurs, a race of Godzilla monsters so scary normal human beings didn't dare exist until they'd all gone.
Is that why?
Dinosaurs came in many flavours, just like kettle chips.
Okay.
As this actual footage shows, the main ones were the across ones who ate grass, and the up and down ones who ate the across ones.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Where are the feathers?
This tyrannical sawdust rex is the only real dinosaur left in the world, which is probably why it's so angry, spending literally every waking moment of its life roaring helplessly at passing tourists.
I feel like this is amazing, by the way. I feel like it's a female Carl Pilkington intensified. And who doesn't like that? That's amazing.
People wonder why the dinosaurs became extinct, although it's hardly surprising they died out when you see the barbaric conditions they're kept in zoos such as this one. Underfed, starving, some of them little more than skeletons.
Sad.
Luckily, the dinosaurs were soon replaced by different animals like me, man. But men like me didn't just appear fully clothed on the earth. Instead, we had to evolve. Evolution is complicated, so we've massively slowed it down here so you can see it happening. And this wasn't the only change that was happening. Pangaea was changing too.
Okay.
Over time, all the countries decided to split away one by one to work on solo projects, and Britain was no exception. Stone's Age man used stones to make basic weapons and tools, like these hand axes. As well as boring, these are also shit by today's standards. But back then they were cutting edge, because they had a cutting edge.
Aha.